Hey everybody, it's Friday PM, it's Luigi Scarcelli. I want to thank you guys all for being here for another Friday. I am here, I'm very happy and thankful to be here with the cast and crew and some folks behind the scenes too of the Royal River Community Players who are producing the play Matilda. Thank you guys all for being here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you guys. And we're going to get to the play shortly, but I want to talk to some of the people behind the scenes, kind of how it had all got started, things of that nature. Chris, you are one of the founding members of the Royal River Community Players. Is that the correct full name?
So I'm the executive director here at the Royal River Community Players, and I was hired about this time last year, actually. So my first challenge or task when I was hired was to help pick a season with our board, and me and Jocelyn, who's one of the board members, were looking at shows for this season. And one of the things that's a little bit unique about Royal River is we're theater for all ages by all ages. And so when we pick shows, we're looking for productions that have true roles for both kids and adults. We want to see them kind of families acting together on stage. So Matilda felt like a perfect fit for that.
Great, great. So we'll have everybody introduce themselves because I do have a few more questions for you about the mission and the ethos. But your name, ma'am, again was?
Kathy Slack.
Kathy Slack. And Kathy, you're the producer of the play.
Yes.
And this is different than Janie as the director of the play. So as a producer of the play, when did you come on board to this specific play, or do you produce a lot of plays here?
No, I'm a board member here.
Board member.
And so part of the job of the board member is to help with the decisions around the shows and what are also going to be produced. And the decision for Matilda had been made. So when it was time to figure out who was going to do what, I volunteered to do the producing role. And I'm kind of like the communicator, in a way. It's different from a New York producer. I don't have to raise money, thank God, and find the angels wherever they are. Yeah. So fortunately, I don't have to do that. But the next question, of course, when we were thinking of who was going to take what role with Matilda was, who's going to direct?
Yes.
So this dear woman who is sitting in front of me, Janie Downey, she had been a voice student of mine almost 20 years ago, and then she and I became involved in theater together through the years as actors, as director, music director, and so forth. And she had moved to Virginia, but I thought, I'll give it a chance. Maybe she will. Maybe. And she made it really like you. So she made it happen. So she agreed to take on the job.
It's kind of like in the movie, I think it's Dumb and Dumber, where he says, "Is there a chance?" He says, "1 in a million." He goes, "So you say there's a chance?"
Yeah, right.
And so and you were able to make it work, and it was something you were excited about doing.
I like this specific show, and it's a musical, by the way, not a play. Because it's mostly music. These guys are all just amazing singers, but this one too. But yes, I really like this show because it's not done a lot, and it's pretty modern, and it's complex characters, and it's some hard themes. I was wondering, because you see it's so about the kids' experience. This is a hard role for the Matildas. They don't have an easy life, but they win in the end, and it's inspiring. So I was like, I'm in. So I'm doing this ridiculous commute back and forth, but
And how far is the commute again?
it's about 550 miles.
Wow, okay. So you got to pack it all in when you get in here.
Get in here for a weekend, and then Dave takes over to run music the rest of the week, and then
We have Dave Sheehy somewhere as the musical director. We might be able to get him to pop in later on. But does that mean that because it's more of a squeezed rehearsal time, that you really have to pack a lot into those times?
So these guys have a very long rehearsal on Sundays. It's 1 to 4, which is a long time for adults, and then short rehearsal Monday nights in the daytime, Tuesday, Wednesday. But we're just getting ready to roll And we'll be running through the whole show, so they're getting used to this schedule.
And when was the time that you started to, what's the full amount of the ratio of rehearsals to when you actually are,
So we auditioned
Back in March or April? What was
First
it?
of March.
Yeah.
Yeah,
March.
beginning of March.
first of March. We had 64 people auditioning for the show, which was the most the theater had had. But it's that kind of a show. The kids all knew it
Yeah.
coming in, most of them seen the movie, they're excited about it. We had 24 girls come in and audition to be Matilda, so we, we're lucky that, such good talent, to hear so many people show up.
and for the viewers out there at home, when will the play be running? How can they get their tickets? We'll run this over again towards the end, but if we want to catch people who are just tuning in now. When will they be able to see this?
So we open May 17th.
Okay.
Is our opening night. Tickets are available online through our website, www.rrcp.me, or www.ruralrivercommunityplayers.com if you want to use the long one. Tickets are $22 a person, and tickets are selling fast. So
Yes.
people want to log on the second they see this and grab them, because
Yes.
it's a really popular show, and
Yeah.
it's a really intimate playhouse.
And I can attest, just getting here, it's really easy to get to. It's right on Route 1 Yarmouth, right by all of there's restaurants to go to, right? I mean, that's kind of a hard thing to find in a lot of cities, finding the theater and then the food. I wouldn't ask you to recommend places, but there's probably a lot of restaurants around here that you can go to, between all along Yarmouth. There's a lot of great food. It's easy parking. It's just super convenient. Well, so let's talk to the actors here a little bit. Tom Handel, you play the villain. Is this true?
No, I play Miss Trunchbull, a kind-hearted, sweet,
She's kind-hearted. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah,
charming little
right. Yeah, they're not agreeing.
Stop.
Yeah,
children.
She's the one who basically puts Newt in Miss Trunchbull's knickers for absolutely no reason at all.
Yeah, is that right?
Apparently,
Is that-
They take
apparently.
it very nicely. They're
Yes,
so
yes.
Sweet and kind.
Yes. The mean
It's
headmaster.
typecast that way.
Typecast.
No, she's the villain,
Yeah.
and
Is this fun? Is it more fun to play the villain than the good guy a lot of times?
It's fun because it's sort of like a cartoon in a way.
Yeah.
You get to step into a cartoon and you get to do and say things you would never say.
Right.
I mean, really, it's
To a bunch of kids too, right? And you won't get in any trouble. for
they're
it.
good natured about it.
Right, exactly. Well, as a villain, you get to chew up the scenery a little bit more.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And the particular group of children and they're playing the parts are great to work with. They're just, I think one of the rehearsals, I heard them singing, oh my God, I can't do that. Yeah, they're very good. So it's fun to work with everybody in the cast. Everybody in the cast is really nice. For me, that's one of the best parts of the experience of the theater, is that everybody's kind of low key but serious and want to do good work.
Have you guys worked together before on anything, or is this?
During the pandemic, we had a Zoom meetings, and that's how I.
Right now, after the pandemic, but people said, what scripts do you have at your house? And then we Zoomed, and I didn't know Tom at all, but a friend introduced us. And it was like, oh, this would be a great show to produce. And we were like, if the theaters ever open again.
Right.
So here's how fun.
No, actually.
And it did seem up in the air for a long time whether they would be.
That's why I moved to Virginia. I was like,
Yeah.
if they're ever opening
Right,
again.
exactly.
Yeah.
So let's talk to some of the Bruces and Matildas. Yourself, are you playing Matilda or are you playing Bruce?
I
or-
play Bruce.
You're playing Bruce, okay.
Yes.
How is that role for you? Do you
That
like it?
the role is like really fun.
It's really fun.
Oh yeah, it's like he like sneaks into the Trunchbull's office and grabs a piece of his chocolate cake. And there's this whole scene where he eats the whole entire cake.
Okay,
And then he's sent off to the scary place called Chokey.
okay.
Yeah.
And so what is your name, by the way?
Allie.
Allie, okay. And so is it interesting to have another actor also playing? Do you guys kind of switch off a lot of times?
Yeah, I have been double casted in previous shows before, so I know how double casting is like, but it's super fun to be double casted.
It makes sense because you got to have schoolwork and things. Do you guys do schoolwork sometimes, like homework, while the other person's on stage or things like that?
We're homeschooled, so sometimes we get to like take breaks. Sometimes.
break,
Yeah,
yeah.
me and her. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what was your name?
Lexi.
Lexi, okay.
Well, my actual name's Lexi, but most people call me Lexi.
They call you Lexi.
These two are twins.
And you're twins, okay,
Yeah.
great. And so are you playing Matilda, I'm guessing, by order of elimination? Yes. So you're Matilda?
Yep.
How's that role for you?
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's just very hard lines.
A lot of lines? Is that tough? You know I've been in a couple plays, and it's tough to remember a lot of lines.
There's very big lines, so
Yes.
that's a bit of hard. But
A lot of singing,
a lot
too?
of singing.
So is it actually easier to remember the singing than a line? Because I would think, because you can remember it in a different way.
Well, the singing is a bit easier, but then I've also done a Matilda before, so I knew most of the lines because I heard them
Yeah.
already. So they weren't too much of a struggle. But if I've never heard or done Matilda before, that would be very hard for me.
And how long is the play? Is it like an hour long or so? or
Maybe an hour or two.
even
hour and
more?
30.
2
2
hours,
hours.
yeah, okay, wow, yeah. It's a long
It
play.
feels fast to them because they're having fun.
But are you guys do you switch within the same play? Or is it only one actor per play?
One actor per play.
play,
Like
okay,
one
yeah.
does one show, then like the next
other
day
does the other
another one does
Oh,
it.
okay, cool.
She gets opening night.
Opening night, she gets opening night, and you're also playing Matilda as well. And what is your name again?
Maya.
Maya, nice to see you, Maya. So has this been a fun experience for you as well, or you had a good time?
Definitely. I'm so excited because I've actually been Matilda before in a play. It was actually Matilda Jr. at Stages Youth Theater, and it was super fun. And then I just jumped at the chance to do it again because like I loved it, and this was the full version. So I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah. And is this a lot of fun working with all these folks? It seems like a very community group. Everybody has a good time. Not a lot. Everybody checks the egos at the door. Is that
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Except
really-
Tom.
Yeah.
Except for Tom. He's.
Yeah, it's really hard to memorize lines though, because like the acrobat and escapologist scenes where like Matilda's telling a story to Miss Phelps, who's a librarian, we have like me and Lexi have like whole bunches of paragraphs to memorize.
I can imagine.
Definitely hard. We have this one whole thing that is not even a paragraph. It's just a bunch of like maybe a million paragraphs.
I think
Pages,
some go
yeah.
to like 3 pages.
A million
it's hard to
paragraphs
use
pushed
Yeah.
together into like one giant paragraph,
Yeah.
but it's not a paragraph because it's way too long to be a paragraph.
Yeah, you guys probably have to have a lot of memorization techniques and things to figure out how to memorize all
I think
those
it's
things.
just like we take it. At least for me, I take it one scene at a time, and it's like kind of easier for me to memorize it. Just like focusing on this one scene.
And then just rehearsing it a lot of different times over and over again. And so what was your name, my friend?
Cameron.
Cameron, and you, by order of elimination, you are another Bruce.
Yep.
Okay. And have you been acting for a long time, Cameron?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're the veteran here of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much.
So how do you like playing the role of Bruce? Is it fun?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay.
Because like I have my own song and singing just about me. It's like
Yeah.
I am the star of the scene. Like I'm the main role for this scene.
Right, you get to chew up the scenery a little bit. Well, why don't we hold tight? Let's take a break. If we can, right after this, we'll see a little bit of the play, if that's okay with you guys. And then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the play itself and the kind of the mission statement of the Royal River Community Players. I always want to make sure I get that right. So we'll be right back right after this. I want to thank you guys again. I appreciate it. Thanks. We'll be right back.
Eight, know a thing already, baby. You can switch your channel just like that. Endless joy and endless laughter from living happily ever after. All you need to make you wise is 23 minutes plus advertising.
Hey everybody, we're back again with the folks from Matilda. Thanks again for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
We got a chance to see a little bit of the play, so I just wanted to kind of learn a little bit more about kind of the bigger picture, because hopefully you guys are going to come see the play, and you won't need me to tell you more about the play, but I would love to know more about what the larger picture is with you guys. So I think that would be yourself, Chris, that I would ask about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing I've been saying this past year is worth community first and a theater second.
Okay.
So we're a community theater, and the idea is we provide theatrical opportunities for adults and children to get on stage and perform shows, but we also have an educational mission. We run after school classes, summer camps. It's really showing people, that it's a really fun way to be creative on stage. It helps build resiliency and self-confidence. Emotional development, and it's a place for intergenerational people to gather and hang out in a really fun and creative way.
It's fun. That's the big thing.
I would
And-
say too
yeah,
that
go ahead.
we really stress a positive
Yeah.
climate.
Right.
here. And there have been issues here and there in different shows where there have been little conflictual things going on amongst actors, and we nip it in the bud. We don't tolerate that.
Yeah.
So it's a very positive climate here.
Yeah.
Janie's
Well,
fabulous in
Yes.
engendering that, really encouraging that. She's been great.
Like I'm a behind the scenes person. I would get stage fright if they asked me to go on stage and certain acting. Like what they do every day or in every show is super impressive to me. And so for me, like, it takes a lot of vulnerability and confidence to get on stage and do what they do. So creating a safe space for that is priority number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I think you see in the movies or things like that, or pop culture, that idea, there's the parents that are stressing out and the kids, and everybody's stressing out. And that's not the vibe that I get. Everybody's laid back in the sense where it's either going to work or it won't, and it's creative and you have fun in the meantime. It's not really worth it to be, like what Trunchbull would do, and, to whacking him on the knuckles or stuff like that. Can people find out more on the websites about you, or do you have patrons? I mean, how does that side of things work? Like folks that really love what you guys are doing in your mission, how can they support you from the outside?
So yeah, we do have ways for people to support us through the website, and we run our annual mailing campaign in the fall that helps what we do. A big part of what we're doing is educational, and so we're mission first, and so all the support we get through individuals, our season sponsors, our show sponsors, and our corporate patrons are a huge part of what drives us and allows us to be sustainable.
Excellent. And what's the website that they can find you guys? Is there one for that?
www.rrcp.me.
We'll write that right down at the bottom. And that's the best way to contact you guys? There's like a contact on there?
Absolutely, yeah. So we've got a mailing list if people want to sign up and hear more about our shows,
Yeah,
our
okay.
classes.
Auditions.
Yeah, auditions, because that's what I was going to say. That's important to a lot of people watching that are creative folks. That's the place right there to find out when the next play will be. And do you know what the next play is coming up? Have you figured that out already?
We do, but we haven't announced our
And you're not announcing it, so this is top secret right now. But it will be on the website first.
It will be,
Yeah.
yes, in the next couple of weeks.
In the
we'll
next
be
couple of
announcing
weeks,
that, yeah.
as this play starts to come into.
Actually, this
yeah.
play is going to be the catalyst for the announcement, so.
Okay,
If
excellent.
anyone's
excellent.
curious and they want to come to this play to hear, then that's.
Awesome, yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys so much. Come see this play. It's a lot of fun. I will be here opening night. We'll be right back. Thanks. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, everybody. We're back here on Friday PM. I am with the Portland extrovert, Jamie Terrilynn. Jamie has been on our show the other week, but she's also been behind the scenes many different weeks helping us out for years now. But we wanted to talk a little bit more. The last time we spoke, we talked about some of her favorite restaurants, a lot of the stuff in the Old Port, specifically even Exchange Street. But now we're going to talk a little bit more about the nightlife. I think people get excited to learn more about, okay, well, what's going on downtown? Where can I see good music, go out, have a couple of drinks, all of that stuff that happens, after 5, after 6 p.m. And you're familiar with all of this.
Yes.
Yes. So let me first ask you a question about, we're nearby. What's your views on Arcadia or Acadia, whichever it's called?
Ooh, Arcadia. I
Yeah,
think that is a fabulous idea. It's brilliant. It's perfect for our little hipster city.
Yeah.
And it helps with the colleges around this area, the West End, just wanting to relax, the East End willing to come over this way
come
of
over,
the
yeah.
city.
Okay.
And then people coming from outskirts of town to meet up there. It's got skee ball, it's got arcades. Wednesday nights is free arcades.
Free arcades.
Free pinball.
It is. It's
On
Wednesday nights is
nights.
free? Okay.
Yeah, and then
That's a
it's
lot
just
of
such a
fun.
good vibe. It's a lot of fun. It brings out people for just youthful flair and fun
Youthful
again.
exuberance. So if you're on right here down the middle of Congress Street where we're located, if you were to go up west, what are some of the exciting places towards the West End? What's going on that side? And then we'll talk about the other side after.
No, so if we're talking West End, there's Blue.
Yeah?
Blue has
Jazz,
jazz
yeah.
Wednesday nights and other nights as well.
Right, yeah.
One Longfellow Square has its own concerts. State, of course, during the big
State
concerts
Theater,
for
yeah,
state
right.
theaters. Big concerts, for Portland, for being a fairly small, largest city.
How many seats
get
do you
some
think
good-
that does? I feel like it's at least 500-600. or
Oh,
more.
and that place fills up, so
It fills
I'm
up,
sure it probably fills up to standing room, I would
Well,
imagine.
and it's state theater is great for a lot of artists that aren't really playing the arenas, but still have a good sized following. And it does seem like every band they book is popular enough that they are not
Sell
having a
out.
half full crowd or anything.
Yeah, they sell out.
They
It's
sell
pretty
out.
impressive.
A lot of drinks there they sell too. And then as you go up, don't you have the other LFK is up there, a little mellower brewery?
Yeah, you've got more of LFK is more of a sit around and
Sit around,
eat.
yeah, eat.
You've got Bram Hall.
Ram Hall Pub.
But if you're looking for live music, that would be Blue. State, and the Congress Square itself has
Congress
some
Square.
fabulous concerts
In the summer mostly?
through the summer. They're
Yeah.
doing even s'mores in the winter and
Okay.
some other cute things. And then
Sure.
across the road is the Portland Art Museum, which they're finally using for some live music again.
Like jazzy kind of stuff a
Yeah,
lot?
they have
or-
some live music and some events going on there, so that's a lot of fun.
Okay.
And down that way, there's also Free Street Tavern that's really working towards getting a music and comedian scene.
And then there's also the other kind of Free Street one too, right? Or is that the same one that has the basement? Because there used to be the
That's-
smaller one. I guess they
that
just,
one I don't think exists.
it doesn't
anymore.
exist. Maybe it moved to the other one.
Isn't that Man and Oak now?
No, I think there was another one a little further up that was smaller. But yeah, the Free Street now is that larger one that used to be the Bingas Wingas or something
Yeah.
like that, right? And they have a basement that has a lot of a kind of underground rap a lot of times.
Yeah,
I've
and then
seen.
Aura has the underground rap.
Yep,
So if you
yeah.
want Aura, if you want to go to Empire for comedy or music, and then you could continue on to the
continue
Portland
down.
House of Music.
Yeah, yeah.
Right in the center of Monument Square, basically, and
Yeah.
in front of City Hall.
And that
They
is-
have a lot of great shows,
Yeah.
and they have a regular band that is splendid.
What's that band's name?
Gina and the Red Eye Flight Crew.
Okay.
They even play on Monday nights and sell out on Monday nights.
Interesting.
It's
Okay.
impressive.
All right, I got to check that out myself. And so, yeah, when you down to the Portland House of Music, this is when you start getting into the the heart of the old port, because I think some people, they get down there downtown on a weekend, they decide this is where I'm going to be, expanding not all the way down to the West End or the East End. There are some interesting things I'm sure we can talk about in the East End, but when you're downtown, you go out on a Saturday night, you don't want to walk around too far. You're
Not in the winter.
Not in the winter, especially. Like you said on the
This
last
ice
episode,
storm.
Thirsty Pig has a lot of good live music. Henry's, great place.
Great live music, great
very
DJ.
eclectic DJs. There's a lot of places for the college crowds that have been there, like Foreplay or whatever, places
Well,
like that.
Oasis and
Oasis,
Amigos
yeah.
will have live
Amigos,
music.
outside.
Maybe Oasis not so much.
Yep.
And then there's the regulars on Commercial Street. Andy's has music every single night.
Yep, yeah.
That is fun.
Yeah.
And local bands, good little like combos.
Re-Raz, are they still
Re-Riz
doing
has
stuff?
a lot
Yeah,
of like
okay.
local bands.
Yeah.
And then you can once in a while get it like in the parks around the area in the summertime. But
Right.
of course, summertime brings Portland Lobster Company and Porthole.
Yeah.
Lots of live
They
music
have a
all
lot of
summer
outdoor
long.
live music, exactly.
That a lot of us are waiting and excited for.
Yeah.
That is going to be so
And it's
much
all
fun.
like no cover charge. As long as you go hang out there and, have a drink or something, even if it's a water, you can go see some really cool killer live music right out on these decks. What about, do you recommend?
Dewey's also
Dewey's, yeah.
plays year round.
Okay.
Inside mostly.
Inside. In the summer, because by the time this program's on, we'll start to be getting to spring, starting to think about summer. We already are in spring. What about, do you recommend people going to, don't they do music on Peaks Island where they do that reggae festival?
On
Is that-
Sundays.
On
Sunday
Sundays?
evenings, Reggae
Yeah.
Fest.
Is that a lot of fun to take
That
a
is
boat out
fun.
and see
And then
stuff?
once
Yeah.
in a while, they'll have other shows too,
Okay,
like at the few little lobster restaurants.
yeah.
But be prepared to get your tickets. And
It sells out
because
fast.
the Peaks Island Ferry,
You gotta get the ferry.
you got to get the ferry, you got to get the tickets at a certain time.
So
So
what,
be prepared to get the tickets the time you want to
Yeah.
leave ahead of time because you may not get them.
what about in the summer, the outdoor concerts? You recommend stuff at the Thompson's Point? That seems like it's a happening scene, or?
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
go off the peninsula, but also you don't even have to. You can also, right by Porthole, there's the Casablanca cruise line that goes out with a live band and
Right,
you're
right,
floating
like a
around
booze
the
cruise, as
water.
they call it, right, yeah.
And there's a few things like that. And then you've got, like, even if before you head over to Thompson's Point,
Yeah,
you still got the East End that has a great strip of food,
yeah,
brews, and sometimes shows that say Alto,
Alto.
or, and then of course, Main Craft Distilling always has great shows.
Well, so, and that leads us to the one other.
Oh
pla-
yeah, and Zoo. And Zoo has
Yeah.
shows, and then a few others down in that nice brewery section.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, the one
in
other
the East
part
Bay
is the
side.
Bay side, and then that flows all the way out to things like Sun Tiki on Forest Avenue, a few of those places, so it filters out closer to Baxter Boulevard. That's a lot of fun too, if you like that outdoor scene. It's more beer oriented a lot of times, although Apres.
Well, Apres, yeah.
You like
good.
Apres, yeah,
That was
and they
good.
have
That was a little
good
bit of a jinx.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Apres.
well,
I love
that's-
it. It's
yeah.
a hard seltzer.
Hard seltzer.
And they have music often, even
Often
during the
music,
winter.
yeah. Well, what I
And
found
Bayside
about
Bowl is a great one for
Yes,
indoor, outdoor,
indoor,
for that
outdoor.
East Bayside, kind of Bayside
rooftop
area.
deck, they have music too, right? up
Music,
there?
it's great. And Batson's tried to do music a couple times because they have such a gorgeous large space with gorgeous large fireplace
Yeah.
and games. It's kind of its own arcade inside too.
Okay.
That one's another favorite of mine when you're getting out to the Baysides. You've got Bayside Bowl and Batson River Brewing right beside each other, and they're great. And then
It's a-
Coles beside them also plays music in the
Coles,
summer.
a young neighborhood, really kind of up and coming, exciting. A lot of people in their 20s and 30s having fun, going out. A lot of outdoor things around there with a boulevard. What I like that I always find interesting about Apres that makes it a little different because so many of the other bars that are there are breweries.
Yep.
And they're very associated with beer, which I feel associates a lot more with young men because beer, a lot of women don't want to have a beer after beer all day because beer can get heavy. So what's cool about Apres is that it has the hard seltzer, which is much lighter, and it's not feeling like you're heavy drinking 5 or 6 beers in the course of an afternoon. If you have a long afternoon, you're having a lot of fun.
And
you have
that's
these
where I'd
spritzers,
say
yeah.
you've got the spritzers there, but you also have Root Wild
Yeah.
with kombucha, which you feel healthy
Yes.
and good, and they have live music in the summer. And then right beside it is the Main Craft Distilling
Main
that
Craft
has those
Distillery.
light cocktails in a can, like $5, and they're 5%. So you can drink
yeah.
those, you can enjoy them, you can mix them up, you can have live music, you can dance to bluegrass every Tuesday.
Okay.
And then the collective also plays Thursday often,
They
and
play
they have
Thursdays.
other, like Primo Cubana comes and plays.
Well,
So
for-
there's live music up there around the East Bayside and
Yeah.
East End a
So,
lot too.
circling back to the kombucha thing, for those of us who don't know, is kombucha something that is an alcoholic drink or it's a non?
Some, they
Yeah.
can be either way. You
Yeah,
can either
you can
get
add
it
something with it or, yeah,
like
yeah.
the lowest of alcohol where it doesn't count,
Yeah,
or it's got like a percentage of maybe 5 to 7%, but it's also still good for your stomach.
okay.
So it's like the old Moxie. It's
Yeah.
a gentian.
Yeah.
It's like a gentian root. It's got the old digestive,
Yeah.
healthy tract, and then it's also got a little alcohol to it,
Little
and it
something
tastes
fun.
really good, I
Yeah.
think, because
Right.
you've got Maine wild blueberries for flavoring,
Yeah,
and a lot of the local fresh berries and hops or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
So it's really it's one of my favorites
your
for like that area with the Root Wild and Main Craft. I like it better than beer. It's tasty, it's light. You've got live music. You've got community. That's in the summer. I bike right to there.
Well, so for the viewers out there, this is going to be on early April, but we rebroadcast a lot of times. But what's the thing that you're looking most forward to upcoming this spring? Is there something you want to really give a lot of good props to?
Oof. Well, coming up is
Yeah.
the Portland First Friday Art Walk.
Yeah,
And as spring comes, more people come out,
Yeah.
more activity, lots of more people and shops opening up for the First Friday Art Walk. So that's a lot of fun.
and that's every first Friday, so that'll be in April, May, June, July, all the way
Yeah,
through.
and they're still doing it through the winter, but
Yep.
it's all generally goes around 5 to 8 or 9. And then a lot of the local community restaurants or spots or shops will stay open to their friends and whoever else stays around, like Mainly Frames and Art Gallery with Leo.
You know people there.
I
and
love
Leo and-
them to hang out with every first Friday.
Well, and on the first Fridays, as it gets more and more summer, the climate's so much better, so you can be outside, and the days get longer, so it just gets more and more exciting. And in the winters, there's people out there, especially the artists, but by the summer, it gets jammed up. There's, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people walking around, having fun. It's like an outdoor festival. It's a great time. It's definitely something to check out.
For sure.
And some of the places around here that you like for that, or you said Leo has
Leo has Mainly Frames and
Mainly
Art Gallery
Frames,
with
yeah.
all those maps.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like Goonies. You
Yeah.
walk downstairs and you're surprised with all these
maps of
1800s,
Yeah.
1700s maps.
crazy lands.
Ginormous maps hanging
Yeah.
up
Okay.
like you're in the Goonies.
And so let's make sure that we give everybody another chance to learn more about your business as a tour guide. So it's the Portland Extrovert. Look her up at Jamie Terrilynn on Facebook and Instagram. She'll take you out for a great day, show you all the hidden gems. We're just at the tip of the iceberg here. There's so much more.
Yeah.
Next up, we're gonna talk about, on a future episode, if you can come back, shops, hidden gems of Thompson's Point, concerts, just everything that goes on. So watch for that. Look for her, Jamie Terrilynn, Facebook, Instagram,
Portland Extrovert.
Portland Extrovert. She's everywhere. Thanks again.
Help people live their best life.
Helping
Come on
people
down
live their
and
best
Enjoy
lives.
Portland.
We'll be right back.
I'm trying to sit down, my legs hurt. And my red lights at? Like that. Alright. Turn me up then.
Playing a little game and I'm leaving it froze. They tryna take a stab at a nigga. Fuck it, I'm letting it go. They tryna play a sad about a nigga. Fuck it, I'm turning the toes. None of these niggas mad at a nigga like fuck it, I'm letting it go. They don't put your trust in the bitch. It's 4th and goal. Had to put a little play in this shit. These niggas won't cut on my wrist. They kicking their own style, so they taking my shit. Just know my time is legit. It's proving the over metal like a thing on my heel. These niggas don't want no assist. They thinking they got a plan while they taking my shit. I been in the game for a minute. Play like a screaming, these niggas be lanes to me. Make sure you watch everybody, can't call anybody, they switching their lanes on me. I hold you down, you change on me. Pulling me down, got flames on me. And I'm in they pocket watching, cannot wait to copy. Yeah, these niggas put chains on me.
You said you be around. You said you hold it down for sure. Don't need to come around. Cause you so addicted to lies. Oh no, no. Yeah, you so addicted to lies. Oh no, no. Don't hold me, I can't be surprised.
Don't hold me, I can't be surprised. Suck it up hard, I'm seeing your lies. I used to chill with them boys, can't stay with them boys. These niggas just like to pick sides. I used to tell them, go ahead and get the back end. I just wanna get high, shoot for the stars, don't kick to the side. Can't ride with nobody, I'm keeping that eye. Game like a marching band with it. Came in the still like the Apollo band's really hitting. How you gonna tell me you all about a bad? When you ain't love chasing women. Man, you niggas going outside. And I'ma stack the paper to the ceiling. Now you niggas going all mad. Shawty gonna step out a little bit. In the past you will. I'm tryna steal them the gas and skills. You ain't never really had it hard. Cold in the house like Alaskan chills. Like what you know about now you having a meal. Like we used to starve for days. Knew them we were like a slave. Jabari tryna pay a little way. Dirty Jabari tryna pay a little way. Deep in the strong man should feeling me straight. Meet me in the grounds, the eye at the rave. Detective Lil Shawty never got a case. Oh, he got a problem, say it to my face. Whole problem solving, get your ass erased. And I'll be damn, I let you fuck up my moves. Smoking on this gas, got me out of space.
You said you be around. You said you hold it down for sure. Don't even come around. Cause you so addicted to lies. Yeah, you so addicted to lies. Yeah, I'ma turn y'all up, man. What you know about this one?
Yeah. If you think about it, we'll be really in this world alone. Open hand, You can get hit with this open palm. Exotic smoking, exotic gas, you can sing along. But this my shot, I'm supposed to pass, I ain't taking off. Like this the reason that you leaving me. You seeing things in this nigga that you don't see in me. I'm in my zone again, and I ain't talking 2 and 3. I'm on my own again, and I don't need you holding me down. Like fuck it, this will come with greatness, don't it? And I might let it hit the curb, cause most niggas condone it. And I'm like a shark up in that water, don't come looking for me. Like I ain't never had my father, I got different glory. Tell you want a different glory, it's a different story. Tell that nigga close his ear, cause this is about to get important now. I got asking God just for forgiveness. I'm about to break a nigga record like a Guinness. I can tell they want a different glory, it's a different story. Tell that nigga close his ear, cause this is about to get important now. I've been asking God just for forgiveness. I'm about to break a nigga record like a Guinness. I'm about to break a nigga record, put him on the stretcher. He was talking a lot of talking, then he got hit with a text. Oh, that boy ain't get the message, now he counting on his blessings. I'ma start up in the field, I got a problem using weapons. Send her down like we be rest. Hope it boy ain't like the flex. Hope it full on D&D, so I don't never get the message. Yeah, that fire where I'ma test it. Oh, let's see if he really press. Had to cut the shorty out, cause I don't really do the pressure. I'm a dog up in the field, I'm too sick, I gotta heal. I've been a sergeant in that war, you ain't never gotta kill. I've been talking straight to God, like oh I can't have a deal. But you gotta play it smart, if you lie your ass gon' peel. Talking so much shit real, like I don't know what you be in. I didn't get shit in my like I didn't know what you spit. How you claiming you gon' go more? Like I don't never sent the deal. I can stand up when I'm falling. If you know you get you killed, I'm a shot caller. I'ma get my rank up, I've been focused on the guala. Like the only thing I think of, I'm like oh he got a problem with that nigga, better say much. I've been making niggas sour, I can tell how they hate us. It's a cold world, they can leave you in the ditch. I can't keep you by my side when you be telling all the riches. I like women want it, what be different in the kitchen. I'm like shorty down and act up, cause I think she addicted. I tell they want a different glory, it's a different story. Tell that nigga close it, cause this is about to get important. I've been asking God just for forgiveness. I'm about to break a nigga record like a Guinness. I can tell they want a different glory, it's a different story. Tell that nigga close it, cause this is about to get important. I've been asking God just for forgiveness. I'm about to break a nigga record like a Guinness. Yeah.
You're gonna leave, you're gonna break my heart. I've never seen nobody quite like you. And if you ever change your tune, oh, the world's got the best of me. You can always find me when the skies are blue. Wanting to change, turn into what you love, Mama. I would've gave all of my best to you. So if you ever need a fool who'll give you a love so true, you can always find me when the skies are blue. Let your dreams live, darling, in a flower bed. Let the sunshine in your head, in your head. You're could take the whole world with me, I would find myself feeling alone, lonely. Gloria, I found you on the floor. Gloria, my hand was tied to yours. Gloria, I finally see that enough is enough. Thank you. I saw your picture on the wall the other day, and I'm staring at your face, but you're gone. You're standing next to me, but I know that it's not you. In your place, I don't know who, but you're gone. I can tell you something, can you please just hear me out? Even though I know you just shut down, 'cause you're gone. I'm having a funeral, 'cause something in you died long ago. I'm finally letting you go, because it hurts so much to hold anymore, that you'll come back home. And if you're really fine, then why did the light fall from your eyes like a soul? I know you didn't die, no, you're still alive, at least not to me anymore. And you said that you would never leave, and never have to see you fall to pieces. Oh, I was always your priority, but even I can't make you see you're gone. So I'm having a funeral, 'cause something in you died long ago. Oh, I'm finally letting you go, because it hurts so much to hold anymore, that you'll come back home, get hurt, and move on. I think I hit my wall, 'cause this time I know you're wrong, and it's been going on for too long. Get hurt and move on. I think I hit my wall, 'cause this time I know you're wrong. I'm having a funeral, 'cause something in you died long ago. I'm finally letting you go, because it hurts so much to hold anymore, that you'll come back home.
I've been a fan of Paula ever since she was the first girl from our high school to hit the big time in New York. I know what you're thinking, but this isn't a stalker story. We were actually friends in school. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't even recognize me now, though.
Hey, Smedly, can you stay late? I gotta go meet my mom.
Sure, Antonio. So can you imagine my shock when she agreed to be on this year's Celebrity Singlet game show? I just had to apply. Sure, I know it's more than a long shot, more like a no shot. Me and 3 other eligible bachelors from who knows where. What could possibly go wrong? Maybe I can make it into that podcast I've always been talking about.
Welcome to Celebrity Single-Ed, where, believe it or not, we find out that celebrities are real people too.
All these American TV shows, they're the same desperate women ready for my hot baguette.
Bjork has so many women all over Scandinavia.
Rank amateurs.
You're sweet.
And now that we've met our sponsor, let's meet Paula. Oh, welcome. It's so nice to have you here. Paula, I just have to ask, what is a girl like you doing on a show like this?
Well, I'm hoping to find a man who doesn't cheat.
Well, how hard can it be, darling?
Harder than one might think.
Well, we're just going to have to see, won't we? Well, we're going to introduce Paula to our bachelors. Now, first, they're going to tell us a little bit about where they're from and something about themselves. And then, the lucky bachelor that's chosen gets to take Paula out onto a dream date of his choosing. Our first jet-setting bachelor is Jean-Pierre. Let's see what he has to say.
In France, we spend time drinking wine and waiting for mon chéri. Perhaps I could do that with you. Voila.
Ooh la la. Well, next up, bachelor number 2 comes from Holland. Now, I have to admit, I don't know anything about this land, but he is a tennis pro named Bjorg.
Hello, welcome to Bjorg. I'm not going to put my finger in the dike. I'm going to use it to point to the most beautiful vermin in the room. It's you, Paula.
Well, he's pretty direct. Any thoughts yet on any of this? No. All right, well, let's take a commercial break, and then we'll come back to meet bachelors number 3 and 4.
It's Bjorg! Raj, you're up next, then Smedly.
I just hope I can be myself out there and remind her of Spokane Strong.
Are you recording all this, mate?
Yeah, it's for my podcast.
I'm gonna go ahead with the news alert. This guy is a nerd.
Leonard. It's Bjorg!
Well, we're back to meet our other 2 bachelors. Any thoughts so far on what you have on your mind?
Maybe more substance and a little less silliness.
Oh, then you're going to like this next fella. Raj is an entrepreneur from the great continent of Australia.
Let's go down under together, sweetheart. Crikey, this boomerang is just for you.
Well, that's a little too hot for TV. Are we still on? Well, our last bachelor comes from Spokane, Washington.
That's right. I asked for somebody from my hometown.
Yeah, that's an odd choice, but that's all right. Smedly. Smedly is an audio documentary editor. Take it away, Smedly.
Hi, Paula. I don't think you'd remember me, but we used to trade Pokemon cards with each other back in the day at Lincoln.
Wrap it up, Smed.
I do remember you, Pokemon Smed.
Well, Paula, where we come from, we take honesty and integrity seriously.
All these American TV shows, they're the same desperate women ready for my hot baguette.
Bjork has so many women all through Scandinavia.
Rank amateurs.
Okay, so I played dirty, but I got the girl. She'll probably just leave me in 2 weeks for Pete Davidson, but my podcast is gonna be epic no matter what. Who said nice guys finish last?
Oh, Smedly, you should know I've never been into those Hollywood jerk types to begin with.
Well, my podcast is doing so well now. Who says I'm not gonna be the next Hollywood jerk?